Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Dina and today is Tuesday. It is the 17th of December and I finally was able to fully finish my Raggedy Kids for my friend Cheryl. So this is it framed. So I found this picture frame at Hobby Lobby. I got it on sale, half price of course. And it had a double mat, but the second mat would have covered up the entire border. But without the little second mat, this was perfect. So I pulled the second mat off. It was glued on with spacers, like a little bit of foam. And I just pulled the spacers off and I left the foam in there because the foam keeps it deep enough, the mat away from it, deep enough to let my buttons and beads and my double layer of buttons and beads work beautifully. And I was able to leave the glass in it. I'm fighting with the glare right now, but maybe there you go. So that the glass holds the giraffe up straight. He's not falling over or leaning out anymore. And so now it is fully finished and fully framed. And so I am ready now to do the random number generator and select the winner of that pattern. So I will turn the camera around and I will do the random number generator for you and we'll announce the winner. 1 second. Okay, here we are. I've got my random number generator pulled up on my laptop. We had 9 people who were interested in stitching the Raggedy Kids. And this says it's going to number 1. Judy Mills. Judy, you're the lucky winner. So I will comment on your comment, and also if you would send me your mailing address per my email, I will put in my email in the comments below. I'll be happy to get this pattern in the mail to you. Congratulations and thank you, all of you, for your interest in stitching this lovely pattern. Hello everyone, this is Dina back again. It's still Tuesday. It is December 17th and I am here to give you my work progress. I have been working for a couple of days now, just a little bit each day while I could, on a brand new start for December. This is my final start for 2019 that was pre-planned, one per month. And I did go back and look at my original list, and I am happy to report that I started all but 2 of them. And I substituted in other things for those 2 throughout the year. So I'm really glad that I was able to get that done. This is Crystal Christmas. And I do know that another floss tuber is stitching on this. And I just saw her video the other day. And she actually is well into her project, and it just really inspired me. And so I'm really happy that I get to watch her do that. And I'm nowhere near what she is. I've just got a couple of days work on it. But I started in the middle at the top of their Christmas tree there. As you can see, they have a silvery Christmas tree. And there is a bright light around that star, and that is the very center of the piece. And so that's what I started on. Started at the very top row, and I've just worked my way down one side, and now when I come back the next time, I will start on the other side. But that's a decent start. It lets me know where the top is of my fabric. This is a silk weaver fabric. It is Pixie Dust by Silk Weaver. And it was the piece that I ordered, probably 2 years ago now, that took forever to arrive. I will tell you that I did break down an order from them when I didn't get to go to the New Jersey retreat because I had been counting on getting to order fabric or pick up fabric while I was at that retreat. And I was so brokenhearted that I didn't get to do that, that I thought, well, I'm just going to order 2 or 3 pieces, and it doesn't matter how long it takes me, to get it. I just want them for my stash. And wouldn't you know, I got those really quick. Isn't that the way it is? This one that I was waiting on and wanting to start that year took me forever to get it. And then by that time, it was so far, I had to wait another season or 2 before I was ready to start this piece because of all the other things I was working on. But I wanted to share the fabric with you. It's just beautiful. And I think it's going to really play nicely with all the purples and yellow and white in here. So I'm very excited about it. So that's my little start on Crystal Christmas. I do know that Ginger Hobby Shaw was going to start this with me. So Ginger, I hope you have either started it this month or got it ready to start. I think at one time we said we were going to start it on the 16th. It was sort of the middle of the month. And that's what I tried to do. So I did start mine on the 16th, but I hadn't had a chance to really talk back with you since then. So I'm just reaching out to say, hey, are you still there? Are you still wanting to do this? And if so, we'll have to share pictures together as we go, because I'd love to see yours as well. Well, that is the quick and short of it today. I have already filmed a little piece where I framed my friend Cheryl's gift, and so between meetings at church, getting ready for a big speaker that's coming, that I'm a part of, a group that's going to be the hospitality team for them, and then going shopping, I dropped off 2 more pieces to be framed today. These are my birthday and Christmas presents to myself. I have my Seaside Kingdom that I dropped off earlier in the week at Michael's because I had such a wonderful coupon that I told you about. And then today I went to Hobby Lobby because there are 2 ladies there that absolutely are fabulous to work with, and they really enjoy seeing what I've done. And they're, when they put on white gloves to handle your material as they're putting it all together for you, you know that they respect it. And I like that. They have a very limited selection of framing, and that's why I don't go there all the time, because they're so friendly and nice. But I'm so fortunate now to have 2 places that are big box stores that both have wonderful framing personnel and that can really do a good job with my needlework. And I just spread the love between the 2 of them, really. And then, of course, if I need something extremely fancy, then I've got a professional frame shop in town. But they're just very pricey. But they will work with me and let me lace my own, and, that saves me quite a bit of money. So I've got it really good here, much better than I had hoped I would when I first started looking for a place. So I'm happy about that. So the 2 that I took to Hobby Lobby today, one was my piece that Glow and I stitched for each other, my friend, when we stitched This Is My Happy Place and swapped it. So Glow, I've taken it to the framer. I measured it. I couldn't find a frame that was the right size that I wanted for it. And so I went over to the desk and had them measure and look at it for me. And I'm just putting it in a beautiful frame. I'm not going to mat it or anything because I don't want to pull one color out more than another. The colors are so beautiful in there, and they're so varied and all spring-like. And I just didn't want to highlight one over another. And interestingly enough, the lady that was helping me frame, she said, are we going to mat it? And then she looked at it and she said, I don't know of a single color I would want to pull out of that more than another. They're beautiful. And so she felt the same way I did. And but I picked a really pretty frame. And so I'm excited about getting that back. And the second one that I dropped off today over there was my Simply Love. that I did. It's all the pink and purple paisleys in the heart. You know, it's my Glendon Place project that I finished this year. And oh my goodness, I found the perfect frame for it. I can't wait to share it with you. I put it together today and really, I'm really excited about you seeing it. I think it's going to set it off beautifully. Anyway, I can't wait to share that with you, but it will be the new year before I get those two back. Actually, they are telling me they'll be ready New Year's Day. They're open New Year's Day and New Year's Eve, but I don't know that I'll rush right over there on New Year's Day and pick it up, but who knows? I might. So wouldn't that be a wonderful way to start the new year? 2 new frame pieces to put up in my home. I think that'd be awesome. But that means I will have Simply Love back in time for Valentine's Day, which is kind of what I was hoping for. Well, it is getting close to Christmas. I'm pretty excited about it. Okay, sorry about the interruption, but Coco decided we had to play tag. I was just letting you know that I thought I had all of my Christmas shopping done, including stocking stuffers, until my husband came in this morning and said that our son told him his phone was messing up, and I had purchased an attachment for his Motorola phone for Christmas. So he said, I think you need to send that back because he's talking about getting a new phone and he's talking about moving back to an Apple product. So I had to go unwrap that present. We had to box it back up and had to mail it back today. So now here I am on the 17th of December trying to figure out what I'm going to get my son for Christmas for one of his presents. We had picked a small number of gifts that we're going to give each other, 3. And I've got 2. Now I'm going to figure out what to do with the 3rd. I went back today and I reviewed his wish list on Amazon. And it's all small little things that he thought would make great stocking stuffers. My husband and I had picked out the more substantial gifts that were, $20, $30 or something, for his Christmas. And so I don't want to get him a little tiny thing for his 3rd gift. I wanted to get, a medium-sized gift. And so there's nothing left on his list. So I will either be bundling some things together off his list or I will come up with a new idea on my own. We'll see. But I have just a few days to get it done. So I'll be thinking about that. And we also are having company on Saturday. So I have got to get busy with all of the stuff at church and all my trying to hurry and get some stitching done every night so I could report something in my Advent sale. I've let my housework kind of take a back burner, and I do need to run the vacuum and dust everything and, clean their room. And, when you don't use the guest room and guest bath that often, you still want to freshen it up when somebody comes, So I've got that to do this week, and I need to get started on that probably in the morning. So I will go ahead and say goodnight, and hopefully would really like to give you one more update before the Christmas gets here. So we'll see. Happy stitching, and if I don't get back again before then, Merry Christmas, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is Dina, and today is Saturday. It is the 21st of December, and I have been working. I have been working on homework for School of Magical Stitches, and I worked on 2 projects for that. I decided to take penalty stitches on all but 2 of the 5 prompts because I wanted to keep working on this project. I had a goal, and I wanted to get to the goal. If you can see Coco snipping it. She wants to see what I've been working on. This is my Jim Shore 12 Days of Christmas, and this is the page break right here. So I did these 2 squares. I did the coat the rest of the way down. I did the beginning of that square. I finished that bird. I brought the staff on down. I've got part threads here, as you can see. And now I'm going to start working my way over. There are tops of animals here, and then there'll be another start of his coat and then we'll start another square over there of stars. But I'm into the confetti heavy part right here, so I'm going to stop. I stopped this yesterday and decided to go back to another Christmas goodie to do one of the prompts for School of Magical Stitches. It was to do something that was a bit humorous or whimsical. And so I decided that I would go back and work on my Merry Mouse. And so I've got a hanging thread here because I was working on it this morning. Here's where I'm at. I started the hat. I did the entire white of the hat at the top, the rim, and then I have started doing the red of the hat to finish it up. So this one won't get finished today because I have a new start today with a Sal, and I have out-of-town company arriving in about an hour. So I am going to put all of this aside. I'm going to just leave them ready to grab and work on if I have any time between now and Christmas. They're even sitting out on my desk, my sewing desk over here. But my new start will be Winter Quaker. And this is Winter Quaker, and it's with the Baldoni threads. So it's all kitted up and it's ready to go. And so I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out and see if I can't put a few stitches in it so that I can say I actually started today. Anyway, I had an ornament exchange party this morning. It was great fun. There were 30 ladies there, and we had some very naughty people who stole things. I am pleased that the ornament I selected to take with me for my gift was stolen 3 times, which is the maximum, but 2 more people tried to steal it after that. So I know there was at least 5 that wanted it badly, and I was real tickled about it. But it was a beautiful ornament. It was hand painted and had a Christmas tree in the middle, and it had stripes around it, and the wording said Merry Christmas, and on the bottom it said y'all. And with all these Southern ladies here, they loved it. So it was a hit. I was really glad about that. And you never know, what you pick, if it's going to be what somebody else likes or if it fits their theme that they decorate in. So the lady who hosted wanted to know where I got that one because I guess she's going to go get her one. Anyway, it was a fun time, and I've gotten back just with about an hour to spare before our out-of-town company arrives. And then we will be going out tonight for my birthday, and then tomorrow, depending on how early in the day they leave, we may be opening our Christmas with our family because of my son's work schedule. So this will be a very full and wonderful 2 days, and I may not get to stitch any till then, so I wanted to go ahead and record my progress on these 2 before I got any further down the line. I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas. And a Happy New Year, too. Happy stitching, everyone. Bye-bye. Hello, everyone. This is Dina. It is Sunday. It is the 22nd of December, and I have several things I want to share with you today. Welcome to my channel. I am here to tell you about my cross-stitch and my stitching related activities. So today, first of all, I'll share with you some life updates really quick. We had friends who drove over from Alabama to visit with us over the weekend because they were coming to celebrate my birthday, and that was very sweet. And my friend actually brought me, as part of my birthday present, some thermal socks. And she said those were for me to wear in my sewing room when it's really cold to keep my feet all nice and warm, which I thought was sweet. My sewing room is on the front of our house, and it has big windows right here, which are great for light, but I don't think they're insulated very well because it is the coldest room in the wintertime and it is the hottest room in the summertime. So I really appreciated getting those socks. The other thing that we did, of course, we went to dinner and had a wonderful evening together. But this morning, instead of getting to go to church with us and go out to eat lunch, it was raining and it was getting really cold, and they had to go back through the mountains to Alabama. and they were a little worried about the roads getting a little icy and dicey as they're driving home. So rather than wait until the evening to go home, they went ahead and left about 9:30 this morning. And my husband and I went on to church. Our son was kind enough to babysit our dog so that we could then go out to eat and do something very special. I have picked up my framed Seaside Kingdom, and I want to share her with you now. And here she is. I'm going to step back and let you see her in full. And here she is. This, I'm sorry you can see my light in this, but this is my Seaside Kingdom. I'm going to step back enough, hopefully, that you can see the whole piece. And then I'll come in for a closer view. This is a beautiful frame. As you can see, it's a dark charcoal to black. And in the charcoal area on the front, there's a beautiful filigree that has a gold topping to it. And that gold also is matched by gold little beading on the outside. That really helps these beads to show up. The gold beading in the piece really pops. The mat is a charcoal, linen, and then there's a brown or sandy colored to go with the sand. So we wanted to highlight the piece and not take away from it or draw your eyes away from it too much. And I think we accomplished that. My son helped me pick this out, and I think we did a pretty good job. I really like it. So I'm going to back up again. Let you see it from afar so you can see the whole piece. She's a little bit large, but that's okay. I wound up doing her on 28 count fabric because I wanted all the beads to fit beautifully. Had I done her on 32 count fabric, all these beads and treasures probably would not have fit with the piece. So there you have it. I'm very tickled with her. Let me put her away. Thanks for letting me share her with you. I was so happy to get her today. They actually had told me originally that she would be ready on the 24th. And so I was so surprised yesterday to get a phone call telling me I could pick it up whenever I wanted to. And so my husband drove over there today, and even though it was raining a little bit, I got the umbrella and I went in anyway because I just couldn't wait. But as I had mentioned earlier on a clip, my son works at a hospital and they have to work 24/7, and so all the holidays have to be covered. And he is a gracious individual, and he volunteers every Christmas to work Christmas Eve and Christmas Day to allow families with children to be home with their children. And so we're proud of him for doing that. We don't mind when we celebrate Christmas. It doesn't have to be on the 25th. So today was our day because he goes to work Monday, tomorrow, and he doesn't stop working until another week later, 2 weeks from now. He'll have a day off sometime in the next week, but not this coming week. So we decided to keep from him having to stop opening presents and go to the hospital on call, that we would just have our Christmas today. So I wanted to share with you a couple of things because they are stitching related. My son and my husband know me well. So one of the things my son gifted me was some DMC. And this is a Christmas floss. It's number 4520. And he thought it's variegated with all of the Christmas colors, red, green, and white. And he thought that would just be really fun if I wanted to play with that on one of my Christmas ornaments or something. And he was kind enough to get 2 skeins so that I could work with it and not worry about how big a piece it was. The other thing he gave me was an interesting gadget. I did not know what it was. This is the first time he stumped me, and he's been trying to stump me for a while, he said. But this one is a three-way needle puller, and it's a 3-in-1 needle puller thumb version. And what this does, this is a neat little gadget. Liz, I hope you have one of these. If not, you need to look for it. But it has a thread cutter here. It has a needle puller here. You press this, and a bar goes down in here. So what you do when you're pulling your needles through these thick pieces that you're having to do, like dimensions kits, when they have you do 3 and 4 threads at once, or if you're working on a full coverage and yours has gotten thick on the back and it's hard to pull through, you put this over your needle, you press this till it holds the needle tight, and you pull, so you're not trying to grasp it with your fingertips, and it gives you plenty of strength to be able to pull it out. And the other thing that it gives you is a thimble. You can put this on your hand and use this for a thimble, either on this end, depending on if you're right or left-handed, I guess, or this end, so that you can push your needle as well through something hard. But I thought this was a great little gadget. I can't wait to try it. And I thought it was great for him to find something. I did not know what it was. When I first opened this in my stocking, I said, "Oh, is this a needle threader?" That's what it looked like to me that it would be. And he said, "No." So he was very excited to have stumped me for the first time on a gadget that he's found. Okay, the other thing that he gifted me that was in my Christmas stocking was this. This has an old-fashioned sewing machine on each end, and what it actually is, it opens up, it's a needle holder. I collect thimbles, and so he thought this would be a really neat one to give me as a needle holder, because it's 2 thimbles, one on top of the other. So I'm actually going to put this in my thimble collection. I love it. It was so nice of him to do that. Now, the next item he gifted to me that was stitching related, all of these things came in my stocking. He and my husband filled it up nice with little gifty things. Are these scissors? Look at these unicorn scissors. Have you seen these? I had not seen these before. Of course, the point of the scissors is the unicorn. And the connector here for the blades of the scissors is the eye of the unicorn. Aren't those lovely? I haven't even opened them yet because I hadn't shared them with y'all yet. So, wonderful addition to my scissor collection. I just thought that was great. And the last stitchy related thing that I received was this pen, and it is a pen. It has a safety pin on it, and it's a sewing machine. And he thought that was great since I got a new sewing machine. He had picked this out for me, and I told him, I said, "I hope you won't mind, but I'm gonna put a magnet on the back of this, and this is gonna become a needle minder for me." And he thought that was great. So I'm gonna make a needle minder out of this, but I wanted to share it with you before I did anything to it. So that has been what's been going on in my life that's been stitchy related, except for one other big thing. I hope you're hearing me well today. Please let me know, because my son gifted me with a microphone, and I'm using it right now. So hopefully it will pick up well, and everything will come through loud and clear, and you'll enjoy that, I hope. So I hope you'll let me know what you're thinking about that. Then I want to thank everyone that actually took me up on my invitation to stitch something in December that was holiday related in celebration of my birthday. And if they would share a picture of it under the hashtag #HalfStitchBDSal. I've gotten several pictures there, and people have told me what they were working on, you know, to celebrate my birthday with me, and that was just very meaningful to me. Thank you so much for doing that. I tried to make it easy enough that you wouldn't have to start something new and you could stitch on whatever you liked, but that we could just do it together in celebration of a birthday. And I appreciate all of you who did that. And anybody that wants to continue to do that through the month of December, since this is my birthday month, please feel free to do that. I'll keep checking back to see people's progress. I hope they'll keep posting there for the rest of the month. In other words, that's about it. I've got a little bit of a stitching update to share with you. I've been working again on my Mary Mouse, been putting a few more stitches in it, and so I've got the outline of the hat done, and I'm working my way down through the end of it. I was supposed to start a new start yesterday for a Sal, the Winter Quaker. I had every intention of doing that. But unfortunately, we ran into some scheduling issues. Our friends were supposed to be here a lot earlier than they got here, and I didn't think I had time to start it. And so I was just working on this piece, just kind of doing that mindless stitching in that hat, waiting on them to get here. As it turned out, I could have made my new start because it took them another hour and a half to get here, and I probably could have at least got a few stitches in and called it a start, but I didn't. And so I will be starting that this month, if at all possible, and I will be joining that Sal, but I didn't get it started yesterday with having a party in the morning that I had to go to, an ornament exchange, and then our friends coming in that afternoon and us going to dinner. I just didn't have any block of time. And it is already now almost 7 o'clock, and I'm just now in my stitching room for the first time today. So I'm not sure how much stitching I'll get done this evening either. Since we're celebrating Christmas with the family, I probably will go back in there with them. But I just had to come try out my new microphone that my son gave me. Very, very, very tickled about it. And I hope that it improves the hearing for some of you who have let me know that I speak too softly and that you can't hear me. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I know that Christmas is only 3 days away. I hope you're ready. And I hope you're going to enjoy it. I hope you get to spend time with family and friends. And I just hope that you will enjoy the peace of the season and the joy and hope that it brings. In the meantime, I probably won't be back to see you again until after Christmas. I may try to video another segment and then put everything up right after Christmas, but I don't anticipate having the opportunity or anything really to share with you until after Christmas. So we'll see you later. In the meantime, guys, Merry Christmas and happy stitching. Goodbye. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is Dina, and today is the 23rd of December. It is cold and rainy here, but I don't care because I have a new scarf that my son gave me, and it's beautiful. And so I've been wearing it all day, staying warm. Taking the dog in and out does give you a chill, so this has worked out beautifully. I'm here to give you an update. I have been Christmas stitching all month, and I have one more Christmas piece that I haven't started stitching on. I'm not sure I'm going to get to it before New Year's, but we'll see. But there was one close enough to a finish that I just really wanted to go ahead and finish, because this will be finish number 56, and I was born in 56. So I thought that would be a great number to shoot for, and I did. I made it. This is Mary Mouse. This is a Brenda Gervais pattern, and this one is a companion piece, in my opinion, to Plum Pudding, which I have already stitched, and also the Christmas Tea, which I have stitched and framed. So my idea, after you see my finish, I'll share with you what I was thinking of how to finish this, fully finish it. This is my Mary Mouse. I think it's lovely. And it is almost the same size as Plum Pudding. They are just a few stitches different. Mary Mouse with her snowflakes floating around are a few stitches wider, maybe no more than 3 or 4 at the most. And so I have an idea that I'm going to take to my framer and see how it works. I'm either going to frame them in 2 separate little side pieces that where the frame would be the same size, and put it on either side of my Christmas tea as a grouping, or I could frame them in the same frame with, you know, the 2 windows, either one above the other or side by side, depending on what the framer and I decide to do. I kept all of my details on what the mat was and the frame and everything, so they will match perfectly. But I'm really tickled. I'm very tickled to have this one finished and to now be able to go and get this framing completed and have my set, my little mouse Christmas set. Cute, cute, cute. So I've done that. And now, where does that leave me? I have one Christmas whip that I haven't touched yet, and that's the Nativity. I very well may stitch on it a little bit tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not going to stress over it. I've been stitching what I want. And mainly for Cheryl McKinney's group for her prompts for the 30 Days of Advent. And also I've been all continuing to do the School of Magical Stitches. Today when I looked at the prompts though, they were all just turning in your reading assignments and things like that. I haven't found any stitching prompts today. I'll go back and look again and make sure I haven't missed anything. But if I have, maybe that one would work, because I stitched 507 stitches in it to finish it today. So if the prompt was 500 stitches, I got it. So the next thing I will probably wind up doing is a planning video, and it may just be a segment at the end of this video where I talk about my plans for 2020. I'm hoping to have a very productive day tomorrow. I start out the morning with my Christmas party online with my sister. We open our presents on the phone together and ooh and ah over what we've given each other because she's a great gift giver, just fabulous. She gives me things that I would love but would never buy for myself, and that is a true pleasure for me. I feel spoiled, you know, it's awesome. I make her things and she says she loves them, so I hope so, because I keep doing it. But you guys have seen that, and so after tomorrow she'll be able to go back and watch those videos where I've been talking about her Christmas present all this time. Well, it is almost Christmas. I hope you're ready. I want to take this moment just to wish you Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and above all, happy stitching. Hello everyone, Merry Christmas. Today is December 25th. I hope you are having a wonderful Christmas day. We got up, had a leisurely morning because we've already celebrated Christmas here due to my son's work schedule. He's on call today. Fortunately, he has not been called in yet, so that's a good thing. Well, I was busy this month stitching for Cheryl McKinney's 25 Days of Advent, and this was a Facebook group in which she put up a challenge for you to stitch a minimum of 50 stitches a day on whatever you chose. You post a before and after picture, and she had a great idea. She put up a statement every day that we had to write on a piece of paper and answer the question or fill in the blank on the statement, and then take a picture of our beginning point with that piece of paper showing to prove that was our true starting point for the day. Anyway, it's been good fun. I got a lot of Christmas stitching done as a result of it. And I want to show you how far I got on this one. This is 12 Days of Christmas, and you've been seeing it a little along as we go here. And this is where I've gotten to. I'm sorry for this sunlight. Nothing I can do about that because of the time of day that it is. But I'll try to move this around to where you can see it. I am actually at a page break in my pattern right here. And I've come across here because this is all filler. It's that yellow background color. And I'm trying to get my motifs stitched across here and so that I can just do the filler the rest of the way. I ran into a problem. With the page break in my pattern, I decided with these gold rings in particular, they're not falling in the same place as the pattern. They're a little 1 or 2 stitches lower or something. I'm not sure what happened there. So I need to kind of rechart it as I go and make them fit in the middle of the motifs, in and around. There's a lady and a lord right here. So I kind of figured out, looking at it this morning, I was going to try to work on it all day and get this page break all the way across until I figured out that really what I need to do is to go over here and go all the way down until I get the motifs of the 12 days filled in, and then put them here as well, because the rings go behind them and there's some things here that fall behind those motifs, and I really need to get those placed so that I can fill in behind, even if I'm recharting where these rings are. So somehow I got off a stitch or two somewhere. I don't know where. But anyway, I can fudge it. I can make it work. I'm just going to have to take my time and do that at another time. So this is going away for the rest of the month. I don't plan on pulling it out again this month. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin my planning for 2020. I had alluded to that in my last segment that I might like to do that, and so now that's what I want to stop and do. So this is going to be my last segment for this video. It's Christmas Day. I think that's a great day to stop on and just to wish you Merry Christmas, and you know, give you my best wishes for a lovely day with your friends and family, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your holiday. And so my next video will probably be a planning video, and share with you what my plans are for 2020. In the meantime, Merry Christmas to all of you, and happy stitching.
Are you taping?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get her headed?
I didn't get started in time. There she goes. There's your stocking. Merry Christmas.